true.
It's a lineage, is what it is.
It's also
like when you
a little overexposed, I
Yeah.
would say. Can
Yeah?
you turn that
You want
down?
to do the...
Oh, you should turn that down.
Sure, let me see what I can do about that coloring on the camera here. Oh, it is. Yeah, let's get... okay. That would be... Would that be gain?
Exposure? Yeah, you can turn the gain down. Unless that's audio
Right,
gain.
let's
But I don't know.
do... Oh, yeah. What do you think? What do you think, expert cameraman?
A little down. It's always less than you think.
At a company we're not allowed to say.
Look at your head. Make your head look normal.
Oh, okay. Would that be like
It's the
exposure?
brightest part. Yeah, exposure.
We do
Bring it down.
exposure. We do gain. Okay,
There, now you're getting
gain,
close.
gain up a little bit.
Gang.
Gain.
Yeah,
We
are you?
need a little brightness here. What do you think? That looks pretty good.
Yeah, that looks close.
That looks all right.
Yeah, it still looks like top of Kevin's head and top of your head's too bright.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is a light shining directly off
Yeah,
a
bring
freshly...
it down. Trust me. Just bring it way down.
All right. A freshly shaven dome. Should I make it blue? I heard that people
Nah,
feel
well, I don't
more
care about.
relaxed
Yeah, I don't
if-
care about that. The white balance. There, like I think that looks way
Okay,
better.
well, the white balance is... We can fuck with that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, no, all right, we'll just...
You said you wanted blue.
Cool room. You think like that?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks... Doesn't it look like we're in, like it looks way dingier than it is down here.
Okay, you can bump it up.
You're
I'm trying to
the-
make
you're
I'm
the
trying to make
professional.
I'm
You're
trying
the
to make you
professional.
guys look real.
All right. Okay. Now you know what?
Yeah.
All right.
Because this light's here, the walls
Yeah.
are going to be darker,
Okay.
but you're going to look right.
All right. That looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That
I would like to save those settings. Perfect.
There we go.
How are your audio levels? Talking to that mic, would you?
I am here. I am Brandon. I have things to say about Far Cry, but not many things that you haven't already heard me say.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I am still on that first little area, but I've spent a lot more time there. It's a big game if you want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sort of how I feel about God of War.
Yep.
How
I probably want that game to be bigger than I want Far Cry to be big.
are Warren's levels?
My levels look a lot like this when I speak in my normal voice.
Nice.
And I think that's kind of nice.
And Kevin is gonna sing levels by Avicii so that we can check his.
Too soon.
Too soon. Very much too soon.
Why?
Avicii died today.
For real?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no.
Oh, shit.
This is kayfabe.
No,
this is fucking
this is not. This is. Swear to God. Swear to God.
Avicii died.
Man's dead.
I'm just gonna look up the details. I'm not gonna ask about them.
I don't
There's
think
very
really
few.
did any
Nobody
yet.
knows it,
Okay.
no.
He just had health issues at one point, so
He's-
maybe
he's,
because
like,
of that.
young, right?
Everybody
28.
assumes that it's from drinking and
Yeah, he had
Well,
he
yeah,
had like
big party
pancreatic
guy.
surgery at one point in his life.
yeah, then
for
apparently
drinking.
didn't give a shit and just powered through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, fuck
Took
me.
a pill,
Apparently.
took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii he was cool.
Is that
Does
No,
that
that
tell you
wasn't
about
him.
a
That wasn't
no,
Avicii.
but it's about Avicii. I guess
Well,
a
yeah,
lyric.
you got to take
If
a
a pill
lyric
thinks
about
you're cool,
yeah, if you have to
taking
take
a pill.
fucking pills.
then that man's also taking some pills.
Yeah, that's right.
Man.
probably lots of pills.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you can't even do one. I'm gonna do 15.
Yeah.
In my defense, I use that levels thing a bunch when we're doing this.
We live, yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah. Yes, we are.
Good.
For the folks at home and the millions also at home.
I don't think that's how that goes.
I mean,
And
let's turn that down.
millions
yeah. Get it down there. Relax.
Of Brando's fans.
I can't wait to fact check something. Now that I have Wi-Fi down here again.
Oh yeah. We need someone to keep us
Fired up.
honest. We need.
Fired up to do
That's
that.
Fact checking Ruins podcast.
This is a fact-based podcast.
What happened? When did we switch?
The first one today.
The first one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We're start reporting the facts. How about some show notes? What do you say? Did you guys read them?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Every day.
There's actually a little bit of news here in the no news part of the year.
This email is long.
Do 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 do.
Email.
Come and knock on our door.
Okay.
Satpod's waiting for you.
Do you guys have your own?
Good old Duncan.
Did you guys steal our emails theme?
No. For a while I played Jericho clip, but we just go right into emails.
Oh.
There's no stop.
Shut up! Just read it.
That's a good one.
May I have your attention, please? That sounded like the Eminem song. But it wasn't. It was Michael Cole.
Michael Cole.
They had this whole thing for a long time where there was an anonymous general manager of Monday Night Raw.
Like the Talking Reckless League.
And he would portray his decisions by emailing a computer that was constantly on a podium at ringside. And Michael Cole, who was a heel at the time, would stand up, dust himself off, put on his reading glasses, get up on this podium, look at the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? And he'd do this whole long every time. The anonymous general manager of Monday Night Raw has sent an email, and people would just boo the shit out of him because obviously he got an email. We all were, and they would play the iPhone like doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, and the lights would flash, so you knew that something happened.
Email showed up on the jumbotron.
There's just enough power in that building to power stadium lights or fucking cell reception.
And then they finally revealed it, and it was Hornswoggle, which was the worst reveal of all time.
How did he even become general manager in the first place?
You don't have to know that.
Hiding under a ring,
matter.
had a
Wheelings and
laptop.
dealings. Right, as
Make
general
a fake
manager.
resume.
Okay.
They hire you. You don't want to
Okay.
meet him because you want to stay anonymous.
Oh, I get you.
To be unbiased, perhaps.
Yes, of course. It's a fair competition.
Mm.
The Stage of the Immortals.
Showcase.
Showcase of the Immortals.
Everybody drinks.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, let's start this podcast. What do you say? I'm just gonna make sure
I'm ready.
that I'm loud enough. I'm also ready. 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 2.
Boo, 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 boo,
You
boo.
are clipping, sir.
Nope, I was looking at the thing.
Trust me.
I was seeing how close.
That's
I
good
could
though.
get.
No, that's good because now I got you.
I don't.
We fixed it.
I don't poo a lot.
Yeah, exactly. We don't often poo down here, but
Yes.
when we do,
Do it loud.
it sounds like this.
Yeah. You're clipping.
Welcome to Talking Reckless 222. Real time is April the 20th, 2018.
Stop.
You're listening to this on April the 23rd, 2018. My name's Matt Eads, the NPR cold read. I don't know. We'll try that one for a couple more weeks and see how it feels. Brandon Lynch, what did you think?
I didn't like it. That's
okay.
why I said stop.
Okay.
I thought you meant like.
No, I did.
Pause.
I did.
Yeah, okay,
I
good.
did.
Good.
I did. I don't want this joke to get too many layers.
All right.
Fair enough.
Let's cut her down.
Let's keep it simple here on
It was
the
fine.
20th day of the 4th month.
I pictured like the red alert. No, code yellow, orange. What happens when a kid gets kidnapped?
Amber alert?
Amber alert.
Yellow alert,
Yeah,
code red, orange.
yeah.
Command.
The
okay.
blue one, I think.
Tiberian Sun.
Yeah. And everything stops, and it's like,
Yeah.
this is an emergency broadcast.
Oh, yeah. Those are scary.
I hate those things.
Those are frightening.
You're like, what can I do?
Always the test. And it's always like, they might as well just have an air siren. Like one of those, like the nukes are coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Ugh.
You need
Especially
one
when it
of
happens,
those over the entire city.
Yeah. They go off and they have gone off in Sherwood Park where I lived for a very long time
Wow.
by the refineries. And it is scary
It
scary
is.
stuff.
I remember that one time it did.
Sure.
When I was in like grade 7, I want to say, something like that.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Warren Bears, you also lived in Sherwood Park for a good long time. Remember that time
Yes.
we didn't hear the air sirens, but I thought we did?
We sure did. Well, we did hear air sirens. They were on the video game that we were playing.
We were playing NBA Jam.
You thought they were real outside of the house air sirens, which they were not.
It might have also been April the 20th that day. It's hard to say.
You guys know that's like almost 5 years ago now?
Yeah. That
That's
would have
fucked,
been.
eh?
Yeah, half a decade.
I was just talking because I would have been right around when I got my job at the news station, and I was thinking about, oh my god, that's half a fucking decade.
Mm-hmm. That would have been first year radio school.
Yeah.
Kevin Byer, half a decade ain't shit to you, is it? How are you, Kevin?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Thank you.
Yeah. It
It's not when this goes up.
yeah, it will have been.
Yep.
The day that God of War came out, the day that everybody gets high. I mean,
The day the laughter stopped.
the day the laughter doubled down. Extra laughter today.
Okay.
Yeah. April 21st is when it stops.
Yes.
That's right.
Once the munchies wear off. Yeah. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Sober as a judge
Yeah. I
on this 420.
noticed that about you.
Yes.
Usually
Came from
sober
work.
as a judge.
Actually, there's probably a little bit of a contact high because I was down at the legislative building where everyone was smoking weed.
Goddamn
Coming,
degenerates.
coming up to me and putting their arm around me, being like, "Hey, camera, bro, what do I got to do to get on the news,
Camera,
man?"
bro.
How many times did that actually happen?
Once.
And
Still.
what did he have to do to get on the
I
news?
told him I was like, go sit quietly over by that stump, and you'll be in the background.
He was probably really, really happy. He's like, yeah, that's
Now,
a great
and I was going to say, and you know what? That probably worked.
Yes.
Stoner's like, oh, right on.
My big
Sweet.
break,
All I
man.
have to do is just sit here. Sweet.
I came back to the station. They're all like, "Man, I feel so sorry for you having to go do that." And I was like, that is 100 times better than this time last year when it was drunk Oilers fans on 420 around playoffs, and they're all like yelling and swearing and jumping in the camera. Like, people when they're high, they're just like, "Oh, where do you need? Like, am I in the way?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "No, just sit there. You're doing great. Just
They're
sit there."
pretty accommodating for the most part.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
chill. Yeah. Anybody? I don't know. 420. What does 420 mean to you, Kevin? What's the meaning of? Can you tell us the real meaning of 420?
I read in the paper that it was these 5 guys in California, I think San Francisco, that came up with it for the first time. But who
Yeah, like we
knows?
down there?
It's always a lie.
Was it just
it's
like
always a lie.
like how every day now is International Something Day? Like it was International Handshake Day
Yep.
or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Was it? They're like, oh, it's International Weed Day.
No, they originally, like, they would meet after school, and the time that they all would meet was at 20 after 4 by one specific statue or something.
I see.
And somehow, supposedly, it got massive because of that.
Is it actually Bob Marley's birthday?
No.
Okay, I never thought so.
No, I didn't even know that was like a
Yeah,
rumor.
I remember people
no, that
would
was
always
yeah,
say,
definitely-
"Oh, it's
that's
Bob
another
Marley's
thing
birthday."
that people say is
Yeah.
what the reason of it is.
Oh, well, there you go.
Now I can just say when people say that, I was like, just look that up. Look that up right now in front of me.
God of War came out today, fellas. I've played about 4 or 5 hours of it.
High on Norse
Oh
mythology.
yes, man! I'm high on Kratos, high on him yelling at his boy and calling him boy, which is great.
I can say, I think I said this last week or the last time I was on the show, that it's been a long time since I've been this excited to play a video game.
Yeah, excitement like reached critical mass sometime last night, and it did not disappoint.
No, good.
It has a really. I'm not gonna talk about the story or any stuff, but like the attention to detail alone is so fucking incredible. Of like, Kratos is leaving footprints in the mud behind them in like the most realistic way, and visually,
Did you count how many footsteps before they disappear?
well, it turned out they were. I went back and was like, "Oh shit! Look at these footsteps!" And like tried to make more, and it turns out they're not actually like they do. They trick you.
There's some good trickery.
There's
going
some
on.
very good trickery. Yeah, it might be the best looking video game ever right now. Yeah,
There you go.
100%.
Tell me about camera cuts and load times.
No camera cuts, no load times.
Wow.
Yet, anyways, yeah, we played for about 5 hours. There was one time where I was like sidling through a sideways cave
Yeah.
for maybe a little longer than I should have.
Well,
like,
I mean,
might be
you
in there.
don't really get to decide how long a cave is, Matt.
That's true. That's very true. I did not build Greece
Yes.
or wherever you are. Not Greece.
Norway.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Looks like it's time to fact check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Where's Norse mythology is based out of?
I don't know where's
yeah,
modern day
Scandinavia?
Scandinavia. Is
Yeah.
that like
That's up
Sure.
there, Norway-ish.
sure?
Norway, the Sweden.
Yeah, maybe. Where's Greenland? No,
that's
where's
closer to us.
where's
That's
Iceland?
connected to us.
Iceland's also
Iceland?
by us.
Okay,
Greenland's
great.
a big one. Iceland's a
but-
small one.
Okay.
Iceland's always green. Greenland's always frosty.
ice. Yeah.
Icy.
Well, not always.
Well, no.
Global warming. Fix
Much
that.
more. I learned that from Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks 2.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't like.
Tell me about your axe.
It's great. There's a button to throw the axe.
Yeah.
There's a button to pull the axe back to you, like Thor with his fucking hammer.
Yep.
And if you don't want to pull the axe back to you, I don't know, just leave it, and then later be like, oh shit, my axe, and then throw the hand out, and then it.
Will the axe kill people on the way back?
Yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Is that like the only weapon in this game? Is the axe?
So far traditional? So again, like this God of War game, it has gone crazy off the rails. Usually, you end up with like 4 weapons, right? One on each D-pad, I think.
Yeah.
there's
There's always
usually-
like kind of a, well, back when it was, there was kind of like a the Blades of Chaos, which was kind of like your mid-range one. And then there was like, I think a scythe, maybe?
Yeah,
That
or
was
like a
long range?
spear.
Yeah, and then
The-
there was one that was like boxing gloves.
Yeah, the
which
lion
were
ones.
really dope, yeah.
We've learned where the Norse gods live.
It's they're like their own world is what it says. It's the world of the Norse gods.
Well, someone must worship them.
Well, we're in Midgard, is where we are right now,
Midgard,
actually.
yes.
Which, but I think that just means like Earth, right?
Yeah, it does.
Midgard
Everything I
is
know
Earth.
about Norse mythology, I know from the Thor movies, of which I've watched in the last week, which is great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Kratos has a kid now,
Yes.
so this game picks up at you're just kind of thrown right in it. Kratos already has a kid. His wife is already dead. His new wife, his second wife that he's had to bury.
Yes.
And so you don't
Where are
really.
the ashes of?
Well, she.
I'm gonna ask you some maybe story related stuff.
I won't tell you.
Yeah, and you just tell me.
This
if
is a
it's,
safe space.
Because some of it I'm sure will be early enough that like if it's in the first couple minutes, I don't care if you tell me. But do we know this is Kratos from Greece?
I think so. It seems like in a very Metal Gear 4 way, they are alluding to elements of the past so they talk about a desolation. But that they just stop there. They're like, oh, there was a desolation and
Something
seas
went down.
The seas flooded and the dead rose and the sun went out and if you think of God of War 3,
right?
As you kill the gods, kind of all these things start to happen. Like you kill the sea god and the sea rises.
Yes, things got real shitty.
Yeah, and so it seems like they might be hooking that stuff in. Which I really hope they are.
Okay, so it's conceivable that he has had this kid since Greece.
Yeah.
Okay.
The kid's like I'm gonna say like 12 or 13, maybe.
Gotcha. Continue.
He is like, it's weird because Kratos is kind of a good dad in like his own way, but he doesn't ever use the kid's name. It's just boy. And also Kratos can't read and the boy can. So I think Kratos kind of like hates him for that.
Sure.
Is the boy's name actually boy, or do we get to learn
Atreus?
his name?
Atreus is his name.
Is there ever a moment where he grabs the boy by the neck and chokes him and says, "Why you little"?
Probably.
Okay.
There's a good chance.
He should.
Hasn't happened yet.
He should.
There's a very good chance.
What does the kid do? How does the kid help you?
Anytime you find text in the world, Kratos stands there and goes, "Boy, read!" And then the boy comes over and reads it out to you. He can... So far, he only shoots enemies. He's like kind of your ranged attack.
Okay. Is he doing that on his own, or
No, I'm pressing a button to make him do that, and then on his own, he'll sometimes like team up with me and trip a dude for me or something.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
But you level up in this game. You get experience, and there are trees, and you're spending
I think that was
points.
In old God of Wars.
Was it?
Yeah, you definitely unlock combo like moves.
for the weapons.
Yes.
Yes.
But,
so this
you
is
are
more
a character
stuff.
leveling up because it was definitely. I remember like having like circular meters. Filling up on the pause screen, and then it would be like, oh, you leveled this up, you have a bigger health bar, and then I remember you would unlock like button combo. They're like, oh, do you want to learn how to do the Pegasus thing, which is how you launch people up in the air? You had to like put like stats into that.
You were unlocking like specific moves and magic or something. This one's a little more Tomb Raider like. Okay. Like the boy has a tree. You want to level up boy? Well, there you go. You want him to trip better or like shoot more arrows? You can do that. You're still unlocking combos and things. It's very strange. Like there's colored loot. There's green.
Everything is colored loot now. They've taken every game I loved, added color loot to it all.
Yep.
Some of it got better, some of it got worse.
It's like the same. Like green is worse than blue, is worse than purple. There's probably a gold above it.
Yep.
You have stats and numbers, and as you are equipping better gear in a very Destiny-like way, you are increasing a level number,
rage level,
and it's level. It is like that stuff is fucking crazy and
not very God of War.
Not very God of War, but like a very welcome change.
Good.
Because and very early in this game, it just opens up. It just gives you the whole I guess all of Midgard is what I have right now. But it very early is like, I don't know, go do the story. Or like, here's a bunch of side quests. You want 10 side quests? Here you go.
I'm going to do all the side quests.
Yeah, and they're all...
This game's going to take me 50 hours.
Every single one of them I've done has had a good, like, unique written story beat with the kid and Kratos.
Excellent.
Like, yeah, they are, so far, they are all worth doing.
Good. What else can I ask you? The like set pieces. Are you fighting like big dudes that you're like ripping fingernails off of?
There's a very good set piece early on, but I've only seen the one, and it's different. It's different than it used to be. But
do you know? Are we actually going to be fighting some Norse gods, or is it just kind of Norse monsters?
You're fighting gods.
You can fight a Thor.
Yeah,
if Thor's out there somewhere, we think
probably.
Okay.
We've seen Thor's statue and we've heard the name Odin, and we know they're there. For this. And people. So Kratos is like. Atreus doesn't know that Kratos is a god.
Okay.
And Atreus doesn't know that he also is probably a demigod.
So he is still a god? I can't remember how that finished last time. Because he became the God of War at the end of the first game. But then I thought they stripped him of a bunch of power at the beginning of one game. That's kind of how they reset you. Yeah. And I don't know if you ever got that back. I don't know if God's just a title or if it's like a power level.
It's they're not clear.
Yeah,
they're maybe they will like lay down some hard, fast rules, but someone has been like, we know what you are, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, he's the god of war.
He's still white.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, still wearing the wife of his daughter, Calliope.
No, yeah, his wife and daughter.
I forget the wife's name.
Is the ashes? Some
Yeah.
shaman stuck the ashes to him, which would be gross.
Didn't Ares stick the ashes to him when he like
No.
got the blades and murdered them, and then was like, bah! And took the ashes? Or no, that
I
was
think
in
it was some like witch lady.
Ghost of Sparta.
Yeah, I can't remember. He was the ghost of Sparta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember how.
I will play. I'll probably go back and play 1, 2, and 3 after
Yeah,
this.
I absolutely
That sounds like
will.
something I would do.
Because I am trying to remember like how 3 wrapped up, and
You drag your bloody self off a cliff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
so you've got the big scar where that sword ran you through at the end of 3, and it is very definitely right after, not right after, but after 3.
right. Because I was more worried about that it was going to be, well, not even worried. I'm sure it would have been fine either way, but that it was going to be kind of a spiritual successor where it's like, this is new Kratos.
Yeah, this Kratos
fighting
was
these
never
new
in
gods,
Greece.
and yeah, he doesn't have any recollection of this stuff that happened.
no,
to
he
him.
does.
Okay, good. Is he angry?
Yeah, but it's tempered by his son, so
Okay.
he's like,
So we'll have to do away with him.
Man's got
well,
kids.
yeah, hopefully, man's got kids.
Man's got kids.
As a person who has never played any of these games, are any of them remastered? If a person wanted to play the
Yes.
old games to play this new one,
3 is 100% remastered. Like came out in the last year or something. They remastered God of War 3. Swear to God.
My eyebrow is up.
Yeah, is up. We're
We're gonna fact check that one. I didn't know that.
And then I think 1 and 2 were re-released for the PS3,
Yep.
but that is not a remaster.
And
Well,
it
that
is-
would be
it
a
is a
remaster
remaster.
from 1 and 2, but it would definitely be. It is not as recent of a remaster as 3.
I want to say they changed the engine for 1. I can't really remember, but they are remastered, and they hold up fine.
Yeah,
That first one is a little rough, I remember.
but they get better quick.
Yeah.
2 is where it figures out what it wants to be.
Yes,
a little
two,
bit better.
2 and
Yeah.
3 are very good.
Yeah.
One,
Like,
I
is
remember
still,
that.
I remember the very first level of 1.
Yeah, the
You're
Hydra
on the
fight.
Yeah, you're fighting the
I
Hydra.
remember
and
that
that's
being
real
kind
fun.
of like, I couldn't figure, it was unintuitive in a way that old games were.
Really
gotta
fun.
cut-
Maybe the second time
Cut
you
the
play it.
platform and then jump on its platform to spike it, or I
Yeah.
don't remember. God of War seems fucking awesome.
Yeah, God of War
I'm
is
so in love with it. The set
love God of
piece
War
is
3.
like, oh my god, they a 2 punches meet and a big sphere of force goes whoosh backwards.
Good.
And I am so in love with that.
I don't know if I have anything else. Any other questions?
Yeah, I don't know if I can really.
Nothing more at this time.
I don't know if I can really tell anymore.
No.
The prosecution rests.
Okay.
It's a fantastic game. I'm only 5 hours in, but really strong opening.
I'm not
And
going.
it's
I'm
like-
not going to sleep tonight.
It's like 94 on Metacritic right now or something.
Yeah.
So
I watched a bit of you streaming it today.
that was Kratos actually. I had to step out.
Yes, that's right.
Kratos.
My client Kratos.
Kratos was streaming, and that game looks
show
like
Kratos.
exactly like Horizon, just
Yeah.
with the dude.
Yeah, no, it's very Horizon, and with
How's
the
the
dude.
combat?
It's a lot like Assassin's Creed.
It looks like you're way closer
You are.
than in old God of Wars, where it was like way back and sometimes just straight up and down.
Yeah, and just like a spinning death machine.
Yeah, you were just like a top whirling through enemies.
This is a lot more like Assassin's Creed, where you kind of got to one-on-one them,
Yeah.
and like animations have weights and priorities, and
Right.
it's a little more methodical.
newest Assassin's Creed.
Yes, Origins.
So like we're talking like the bumper L1s, R1s are your swinging attack.
It is.
Probably not so much controller wise.
It is the exact Dark Souls controls. So R1 is light attack, R2 is heavy attack. L1 is like bring up the reticle to throw the axe, I think. X is dodge. It's very good. It's very good. I can't wait to finish this podcast and go home and play more.
Yeah, me too.
Also not going to sleep tonight.
That's already gone on 20 minutes longer than I wanted it to.
Yeah, I was a little hesitant about if we were going to do a spoiler cast or not, but the way that this story is shaping up, I think we're probably going to definitely have to do a spoiler cast.
I will do, even if it wasn't just a spoiler cast, I would do a podcast where we just got to talk about how dope that game is.
Yeah, we should play the old ones too. We should refresh on the old
Play
ones.
them all.
I can tell you right now, I vow to all of you that is not going to be Game of the Year this year.
No,
I won't vote for it. I won't have it.
we don't need your vote. We
I've
just
never
need two,
played God of War.
We need 2 angry people.
I think I might love God of War.
I will not put it ahead of other games that are yet to have come
I'll
out.
stay here all night. I'll stay here all night.
We don't retcon Zelda up last year's list, so help me go.
So, do you think someone who's never played it before should get into it? Is
Yeah.
this game that good?
I think this is the perfect time to jump in because everything is different.
It sounds like you probably don't need to know what happened in those first 3 games.
No, not really. I say that having not played through all of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Just like watch a 15-minute refresher or something on YouTube. It's like because those first games are really, really fucking awesome looking boss fights stitched together by QuickTime events. This game has no QuickTime events. I did not do a single. Oh no, I did do one.
Gotta have one.
What happened? I got attacked. Somebody grabbed my arm and I had to press circle a bunch to get him off in combat or something. But that was the only one.
I guess if it's an in-combat QuickTime event, that's not too bad.
They always were, but
okay.
It ended up being a thing of you were staring at the center of the screen waiting for the prompt, and not I wanted to be looking around at the screen more and seeing what's
That's the
happening.
problem with those QuickTime events and really cinematic stuff is you want to see what the fuck your dude is doing to fuck up this other guy, but you can't really watch because you're looking for buttons to push. Yeah.
So this it seems like they've taken pretty much all of that out.
I remember in 3, they moved them to the top of the screen, on the very edges of the screen, so you kind of stare in the middle and then just see what side of the screen was lighting up.
Yeah.
But the ones before that, it was a tiny one in the middle.
Yeah, it was literally right in the center every
Yeah.
time.
Is there any stealthing around, or is Kratos
Kratos
don't give
does
no
not
fucks?
stealth.
No.
Kratos does not give 2 fucks about stealth.
Just throws mountains at people.
Yeah, and it's it's the game is self-aware now in a way where I can't remember what they were talking about. I can't remember what he did. He ripped off a giant's head or whatever.
Yeah.
And someone in the world for the first time was just Jesus, dude, that what the fuck is wrong with you, man? He's been dead for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And for the first time, someone has called Kratos out on his shit. And he's like, yeah, you're probably right.
No.
Boy, don't do what I do.
Well, even during the combat when I was watching, you grabbed this guy's rib cage and ripped open his rib cage in half.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That
gotta
is
do.
homage to the old ones where you can just rip the zombies apart if you want.
Yeah, rip the wings off the harpies.
Yeah.
Just ah!
Yeah, it's good. You should watch a recap of 3. There's some horrific deaths, which I hope we see more. I hope we see thumbs go into eyeballs.
Oh, that was so good.
Thumbs into eyeballs.
You gotta push both fucking sticks.
You did. I
know,
know. I totally
I know.
forgot about that.
It was so good.
Oh.
It was from the other guy's point of view, and you can see the thumbs coming down over his eyes, and there's push both sticks.
Click
and it's-
both sticks. Fuck, those games were good. They say the word fuck in the game, right out of the gate.
Well, I'm out.
It gives me. It makes me pretty sure there will be some kind of a sex mini game in there because there always
God.
is. Yeah, there's always.
M rating.
It must be. I didn't look, but it
M
must
for
be,
must be.
if they say fuck.
Yep.
Right out of the gate. I think
Don't you get one fuck? That's a movie rule.
there's
actually.
a lot. There's a
Yeah,
lot more than
movie
one.
rule.
Okay.
You meet a dwarf who he calls your kid a fucking nuisance or something, and
Yeah.
don't talk to my kid like that.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Boy, behave. It's so good. Weird, we all got that, or just you two. What's everybody else been doing? That's all I want to say on God of War. We'll have much more to say.
I will tell you I'm still playing Far Cry. It's
Yep.
the only thing I've played since last time I was here.
Biden.
And that game, I really actually like that game quite
Yeah?
a bit. Yep.
How's the story? What do
The
you
story is so I've probably done maybe literally no story since the last time I was
Okay,
on this.
okay.
It's been a lot of finding people's trucks and
Yeah.
finding you take out over an outpost, and then there's usually 3 people in that outpost, so you can go they're marked, and you go talk to them, and they'll give you these little fetch quests basically.
Yeah.
We got a black bear. Go fucking blow up this black bear with your rocket launcher.
Can you find my truck? I sure love that truck.
There's a lot of people want their trucks and stuff.
A lot of people want their trucks.
I've just kind of been unlocking more AI partners.
Okay.
And maybe that is the worst and
Guns
kind
for
of
hire?
best. Yeah, guns for hire.
for hire.
So you get guns for hire where there's a lot of,
Hmm.
and you have to kind of delete some off your roster to make way for new ones.
Okay.
And then there's specialists, which there's 9 of that you always have access, and those are named characters. Well, I guess even the specialists have little names, but they're much more developed personalities.
Yeah.
One of them's a sniper. Who you rescue from a church, and one of them is a dog that you rescue from a cage. It sounds like there's a bear named Cheeseburger.
There is a bear named
I feel
Cheeseburger.
like is probably the full stop. When I find him, no one else will get used.
Your spirit animal is the
Yeah.
grizzly bear named Cheeseburger.
But it's a lot of fun, dumb shit with AI that is not entirely reliable. driving off with my cars that I rescue them with.
I've heard
and,
that's a really good one.
Yeah, that and my favorite is like I was in a big fight at an outpost, and like I'm shooting rockets at a helicopter, and on a barn roof there's rockets like whizzing over my shoulders and like blowing shit up all around me, and then just my AI companion like crouches like kind of in front of my cover, and he's like, "All right, keep it down. We should be able to get this done." Just be cool. I'm gonna flank around to the right.
Dog patrol ahead.
And I'm like, no, we got it. We start shooting. But I think I'm gonna the test with this game is gonna be if I get back to it after God of War.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm ever gonna sit down and be like, I'd rather play Far Cry than God of War. So it's going to be. There was a part of me that really wanted to finish that first section so that I can kind of bookmark it. Whereas now it feels like I'm closing into where it seems like whatever's going to happen on this first third of the map is about to happen, and I'm like, oh, I should just go finish that up.
Power through it.
I should just get there. It's probably only gonna take a couple hours.
Head down.
But as soon as I get
through.
home, it's fucking God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's downloaded. It's ready
so
to go.
excited. So excited for you. Have you tried any of the map making stuff, the multiplayer stuff? No.
It doesn't. It seems good and
Yeah.
kind of fun, but it as a concept does not appeal to me in the same way that like Little Big Planet never did from a designing my own level thing. Like, I might play some of the levels, but for the most part, the only the reason I didn't get into Little Big Planet was because after I finished the story, it was like even when they were good designed levels, I was like, what is that? Like this is neat, but this is what am I trying to do here? This isn't part of a story or anything. I'm done.
No co-op or anything going on in Apartment 316?
No, you don't have. Well, on Far Cry 5, no.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's sorry. That was what I.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
I might
no,
get it
no,
at some
yes.
point.
Yes. No.
Maybe.
No.
It'd have to be pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I've never been big into the Far Cry games.
Did you
I
play
played
4?
the third one, I believe.
Third one's real good.
With the
That's
weed.
the one with Skrillex.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's the one with the
I
weed.
played that one. I didn't mind it.
Yep.
But I don't know. It just doesn't have enough of a. Like it's very similar to all, like, not all other games, but most other games where I'm like, I don't know. There's just not enough story there to pull me into it. Whereas with this one, though, I said this to Brando too, that I think that because it is in the United States, which is not a Far Cry at all, kind of almost pulls me in more in a weird way. Like at least I'm more relatable to it.
They sort of don't make good on any of that. It sounds like
On the location?
on the like. Well, just kind of remember this game was shown, and it's like, oh, it's gonna be a serious, like it's in America.
I don't even think not to speak for Warren, but I don't even think he means that. He just means the fact that it is in a recognizable
Oh, I see.
place.
I see.
Like it is not on an island that could very well not even be a real place in
gotcha.
the world. Like
I've sort of heard they maybe don't make good on the
Anything?
story at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
no.
story is not
I'm
the
not
reason
playing.
to play Far
Yeah, I'm
Cry.
not playing for the story.
It never-
Like,
it
I'm
kind of
playing-
never has been.
It's like kind of it is the most fun kind of playgroundy thing
Yes.
I'm doing this year.
Can you
so.
burn down the entire island?
You can burn down a lot.
Can you start a fire in the forest?
It's not an island. It is not the
Or,
island
sorry,
of North America.
The entire. Can you
Yeah,
burn down Montana?
You can burn down a lot of a farmer's field in Montana.
Perfect.
Yes, but not all of Montana.
Hmm.
There is something about it not being on an island that the biggest thing that kind of takes me out of it is like I would just fucking walk
Yeah.
into the distance.
I would take this helicopter and just fly away.
Yeah. Well, even though, like on the island, I wanted to take the helicopter. I don't even need a helicopter here.
Yeah.
I was like, if I press forward on the stick
So yeah.
until the end of the time, I'm just out of this problem. Like I'm not going to die at sea.
How do they have you hit the edge of the map? I'm curious always as to how they stop you.
No, I
Probably
I
just,
haven't. It's like far enough out of the way that I'm never like I should go check this out for Matt Eads for the next podcast.
Have you ever flown straight up? What's the
Yes,
ceiling
I've
like?
flown straight up, and it is pretty high. I got
Okay.
I have a air glider or a body glider now,
Oh, the wingsuit.
so I can get up there until the thing starts beeping, and then fucking
I've heard that
battlegrounds my way down.
I've heard that wingsuit is like fucking rad. The best
pretty
vehicle
cool.
in the game.
This has happened in games in the past where you just need like a fucking 2 rocks piled on top of each other, and you
Step
can
on
just
a
jump on
nickel
it
and that's high enough.
deploy and just belly flop.
Oh man. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it is. I'm having like a lot of. It is a game that I have something going on my laptop while I'm playing, but it is super satisfying. Like, oh, you go blow up this convoy. I was like, I'll fucking blow up that convoy. I got all of my landmines all over the ground and my sniper rifle, and then everything blows up, and then a jaguar comes up and eats me from behind.
Perfect.
And all that's just like, oh, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Barris?
We played a bit and finished A Way Out this week.
Oh, okay.
The two of us in apartment 316.
We saw the twist.
Yeah.
that
So
you
hey,
had
so
ruined
did,
for
so did
you.
I.
Yeah.
Would you?
I don't know what you. Why would you watch it if you didn't want to see that?
Because anytime anyone who isn't me streams, I like pop on just to make sure that the game is right, especially when it's
okay.
Oliver, to make sure the game is right and the title is right.
Sure.
And it was literally popped it on, and it just happened. It was like 10 seconds. I saw the stream, and it was that 10 seconds.
Nice.
I was like, well,
Very bad timing.
Yeah.
it was.
Although you didn't check your own stream too well today.
No, apparently-
your
Oh.
game name
apparently
wasn't
not.
correct.
Oh, it's 420. What'd you guys think?
That was really good.
Yeah.
I thought. It wasn't a well polished game necessarily. Story was good.
Like buggy?
No,
What do you-
just the
it's-
voice acting was a little
Yeah,
not great.
The voice acting is probably the worst I've heard in a long time for a game that leans on its story.
Yeah.
The writing of the voice acting also wasn't great, where it was
Okay.
just like those super generic, "Oh no, what will we do?" lines where you're like, really? You couldn't find another way to write that?
The good thing being forced to play this with someone in the same room as you, not I guess forced, but that's the primary way, is it was bad enough to be funny when you're watching it with someone else. Like,
Okay.
I got a lot of good like chuckles out of being like, what a stupid thing to ask someone there.
If you were just in the room playing it by yourself.
Yeah,
those
you
are-
might just be like shaking your head like, this is the best I could do.
Like there's a scene where you're in a hospital and you can just talk to random people that are in the waiting room, and the one guy's like, you go up to him and he's like holding his arm, and he's like, your character's like, "Hey, what's up with your arm?" He's like, "Oh, I think I broke it." And then he looks at it and goes, "I think it looks sprained to me." And then the guy turns to his wife who's sitting beside him. He's like, "Well, there you go, honey. Let's go home." And she's like, "I don't know. We should talk to a doctor." And then your guy gets extremely pissed off at like,
offended.
"I am telling you that is a sprain. It is not broken.
Let's
by
pull the
just
gun."
looking at it and you didn't move at all. I know it's a sprain."
It is all these like little things that they allow, that they sprinkle in every little like open area, because you
Yeah.
kind of just go in open area to open area, and it's all connected by like car chases and set pieces and stuff. And it's all a little like you get in an open area, and it's immediately apparent which one of us is kind of the star of the show in that area. Where
Okay,
it's like
okay.
you go find your wife, go ask the nurse lady. Like in this example, I was supposed to be kind of finding out where my wife was in the hospital, and just littered around there is like, here's fucking 7 dumbass things for Warren to do while you figure that out.
Yeah.
Like,
And are they all just like kind of useless flavor, like keep you
There's
busy
an
while he's
occasional
doing his
sprinkled
thing?
in thing where you find out something or you find another way. Like it'll give you your objective.
Yeah.
And then if you go talk to somebody, like there was the one time where we were outside the theater and it's like, you need change to use the payphone because you're fucking on the run and you can't. No, I guess it was 70s, so there wasn't really anything else. Payphones were kind of the only way.
Had to use a payphone.
we don't accept tap here.
But the Brando's character who needed to get the change was like, "Oh, a newsstand. Maybe they'll give me change." But instead, he because anytime you get to like these new levels or this new area, we would usually kind of like go around and talk to everyone that we can talk to and then do the objective.
Yeah.
So he was talking to a homeless man who he ended up giving like $1, and he's like, "I only need 35 cents back," and did it that way.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the way your character was like, "I bet you I could go over there and do it," and you
Yeah.
probably can.
it seems like there's some subtle little like different paths you can take to get.
But
into
it's
an
nothing
objective.
too altering. It's not like you're getting a different ending because of you talking to a homeless guy. or
Couldn't be
anything
like,
that.
let's pull the gun on that newsstand instead of just walking over. Give us all your
It does
change.
give you options
There's
where
a
it's like,
few.
do you want to do it this guy's way or do you want to do it this guy's way? And it kind of established from the start that the one guy's really well thought out and likes to plan, and the other guy just wants to go in there and kick some ass and chew bubble gum.
An odd couple.
Yeah.
Oh,
if
man.
we had used Warren's thing every time,
Some of them
there
were
would just
stupid.
be a trail of pistol whipped elderly families all the way to our objective.
But it also made it so that when we did do it my guy's way, that it was
Special.
felt great.
Yeah.
And he's
It
like,
did.
let's do this.
It's
they
time.
probably gave us like 6 or 7 of those options, and I think we only used his once or twice. And both of those were like, we'd look at each other and be like, you know what, this one might be one of the ones that calls for a little
Yeah.
bit more.
I think it's time.
Yeah, this is the one. Like when the guy was starting to recognize us in the elevator,
And you pistol whipped them?
and I was like, the options were like, you talk him out of it, and I was like, Warren, we're not gonna talk this guy out of anything. He recognizes us. You gotta fucking hit that guy with your gun. Do it.
Knock him out, and then you just leave him in the elevator, sitting there,
Send him
lined
back
up
down the
against.
elevator.
Gone. That game also, like, it has towards the end, and I won't say anything about the ending or the twist, but the features or the gameplay at the end is really cool. Stuff to talk about it without saying.
Do
Because
you remember?
don't necessarily see that twist coming either. I didn't anyway.
No,
at
I
all.
didn't either.
I never had an inkling of.
I-
There was not really any point where they kind of like teased anything. You're like, oh, what does that mean?
It's a little out of nowhere.
Where it just kind of happens, and then all of a sudden, it kind of feels like a totally different game without again spoiling things.
There's the twist, and then there's kind of the explanation of why the twist makes sense. And the explanation of why the twist made sense was really where I was like, oh fuck. Whereas the twist was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
Okay. How are you? Are you guys like making decisions together?
Or
Yes,
so
yes,
that
we have to-
brings up
it's
like a
basically
circle,
yeah.
and you each have to put it to right side for this guy or left side for that guy, and you have to be mutual, where you hold it one direction and then hold X button to fill up half the circle, and then it has to complete it by you both picking the same
So
thing.
you have to be.
yeah,
in
you
agreement.
have to be in agreement.
Yeah.
I agree with Warren. The best part of that game, and it's not even close, is the twist on, just in terms of gameplay.
Okay. How
Like,
much
the
is
twist-
after the twist?
Half hour,
Yeah,
20 minutes.
40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I saw seemed like the basically very end.
It's probably 20 minutes of game and then another 20 minutes of cutscene after the twist.
Yeah, the ending is very long, cutscene wise.
Yeah.
I should maybe. I don't think I'm ever gonna play it, but I should maybe look up how that changes after.
I'd play it with you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not, especially hearing like the writing and stuff is not that great, and seeing the
It's
twist.
a fun ride, though. It's a
It
fun
is- it
ride.
is. There's some stuff where I was just like, hey, that was really cool. And there's a lot of moments in that game where I was like, this game seems like it could be done way better, but no one has ever done what that game just did.
Yeah.
Like, this is the kind of thing that I hope someone grabs as an idea and makes way better. Because there were some of the chase scenes I was doing with Warren, and some of it was just like, this only works because I'm in the room with Warren, and it is making it more fun than it probably actually is. Imagine if this game was actually really well made too.
But the cool thing is that, and I think we kind of, no, because we hadn't played it the last time I was here. The cool thing that we both kind of said throughout the game, though, is that the concept is brilliant. The mechanics and the gameplay is really good too. So we're kind of hoping that more people are going to be like, oh shit, okay, I like what you guys did here. Here's our adaptation of that model that you guys kind of created.
Yeah.
That it just makes more games like that are specifically made for couch co-op, because
It was a
you
lot
don't
of fun.
see that ever anymore, really. Like, this is the first time in a long time that there's been a game that you're like, yeah, this is a cool one to play with your buddy on the couch.
Yeah.
I left that that game was just kind of like this is kind of cool. There's definitely some problems with it, and there's some stuff that I really like. But for me, that ending, it stuck the landing in a way where I was left very satisfied, which then kind of covers up some of the bad spots in a game, because they stuck the landing in a way where I was just like, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool what they did there.
I'm
Also-
very glad to hear that they kind of it all comes
Yes.
together. At the
Yes.
end.
And it needed to, just because
And
you are
not
playing
just in a
story.
story sense. It comes together in a, like I was saying, oh, this works because we have been playing this together.
Yep.
Yeah.
In like, that is what makes this
That's
work.
very cool.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I will play it with you, because I totally forgot that only one of us has to own it, right?
Yeah. You don't
So
have to
I could
buy
just
it.
download the
That's-
demo, and
yeah.
you and I could just maybe I will check it out.
I don't know if can you do that unlimited amount of times,
Well,
or is it just one code
I
that
think
you
it's
get?
just I think you just get one extra one.
Yeah,
No.
is it an actual code you send?
I
think I just download the
so.
demo and then
Just play it with them.
I think that's how it works.
Totally could
I'll
be.
look into that.
Yeah.
But
Going back to the writing and stuff, it is more enjoyable of a ride if you happen to play that game on 420.
oh,
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
he literally winked with
He
it.
did. He said it ended it.
Not at the same time.
That game makes maybe more sense in some of its clichéness also, when you kind of look up the development of the game, and they were literally trying to make an all-star story of cliche.
Yeah.
Like, there is stuff straight out of
There's a lot of odes to
70s movies.
specifically that time era too. Like, there's the one part
Shawshank is
where,
in there.
Yeah, where you're doing stuff that you're like, oh, this is straight out of Shawshank, and then
okay.
there's a Scarface kind of scene-ish thing, and
Okay.
there's a couple cool moments. You're like, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
That
You can tell
works.
this guy was taking his favorite movies that evoked this kind of setting, and he's like, let's just take my favorite moments from all these.
Jam them together.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen most of, I've never seen Scarface. I've never seen.
Jesus.
I've never seen The Godfather. I've
seen
never
Shawshank?
seen, I've seen parts of it.
Oh,
I've never seen all.
man.
I've never
What
seen all of
is
Shawshank.
this?
Shawshank is
Jesus.
I think I've only seen like the last 10 minutes of Shawshank. I think I've seen him come out of the sewer tunnel like on television maybe,
Frame.
Andy
and
Dufresne
heard the
crawled through. Was it 15 miles of shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, his freedom.
Kev, what you been up to?
I am, I think, one stream away from finishing Subnautica. I think.
Shit.
Oh shit!
I think I
is
said this
right.
last week
I
as
think
well.
you did too.
Yeah.
I want to say I did, but now,
We've been approaching the end for a while.
yeah, it feels like there's nothing else to explore after literally the one room that is still currently locked to us.
Okay, so on Thursday when Diving and Dangles is on, and you start the game and it's over in 4 minutes. What is the next game?
You know,
Time to decide.
I don't think it'll be 4 minutes. I think it's probably still going to be at least a couple hours, I would think.
a good stream.
But we went long last week. We went after 9 o'clock, so over 3 hours. So I was trying to get it finished, but they just kept throwing in little roadblocks that I
Yeah.
didn't anticipate.
Little loose ends to tie up.
Well,
Yeah.
when I had to run to work, but when I stopped watching, the sub was on fire. Somehow something started on fire in the sub, and you couldn't find a fire extinguisher, and you wasted the fire suppression system, and it had to cool down, so the whole thing was full of smoke, and your character was coughing. Did you lose the sub?
No, we did not lose the sub. It was
Okay.
close. I think we got to like 19% hull total.
If you had lost the sub, how long do you think it would have taken you to build a new sub?
We would have went straight back and probably had one built in less than 5
Oh, okay.
minutes.
So
yeah.
that wouldn't have been.
No.
Okay.
Wouldn't have been a huge setback. It would have been demoralizing.
I thought the stakes were at their highest. Or like, oh my god, the sub is burning down. This playthrough is over. Fucking that you can only ever build one.
No, I could build probably like at least one more right now.
Yeah.
But no, it was really hard. We actually had to cheat a little bit and ask the chat for help.
I mean, that's not cheating.
Say it ain't so.
You gotta,
Yeah.
you know, that's why we bring our friends with us. to
Yeah,
ask
there you
them for
go,
help.
right? But no, there was this one. We found the last thing that we were supposed to find. We think.
The Last Starfighter.
Yeah, and it had a key hole on it for a key that we've never seen.
Okay.
So we're like, well, fuck, we must have missed something. And turns out what we missed was a base on the inside of a mountain that you could only get at. And this mountain is massive. The underground section of the game is, I want to say, almost as big as the overland section of the game.
Wow.
So,
Jeez.
I mean, it's...
I'm excited for this game to come out.
Yeah.
On console.
Yeah.
And what the mountain is it's massive, and there's only 2 small entrances, and you can only see them from certain angles. So took us a while to find them.
Would you have eventually found a beacon, or like would it have
No.
eventually shepherded you there?
Absolutely not.
Okay, that maybe is sort of shitty if you get to a point where it's like, well, I guess I just literally comb the entire map in a grid to try to find what I missed.
Yeah, and it was to the point where I felt like that was going to be what we had to do.
Yeah.
Because I was actually leaving the area because I'm like, well, I don't know
Searched
what to do
here.
now. Because
Yep.
I thought that I had searched it pretty damn well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just this one small area that I didn't see.
Well, that's all right. I mean, there's no shame. And when we play Dark Souls, I ask for help where to go all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Because
it's not bad.
nobody wants to watch you just run around and be like, have I been here?
Yeah.
I think I've been here.
Yeah.
If I had to sum up my Dark Souls stream in one phrase, have I been here? Is this the right way?
I was with you on that first day of the week for Up Club.
It was
Club?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was a good day.
Yeah, it was a lot of ups.
We made a little. Yeah,
I
we
fell
got
asleep
300
on the floor after, actually.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
You were keeping pace?
Oh, yeah.
We had 300 ups that day. Literally exactly 300 if
Yeah.
you if
The
you
ups
kept up.
the ups got worse
Yeah.
in terms of form and
They always do.
yeah. But
There's never good
like
form.
I got to like the point where I'm like, okay, Matt. Like at first it was like, okay, Matt, give me time to recover from these ups. Don't die too quick that I can't recover from these ups. And then it became like, okay, Matt, give me time to finish these ups before you're
Oh man. And even like as I'm going through some of that stuff, I'm like, I need to just talk about something because my hands are shaking so bad from these fucking push-ups that I can't fight this boss.
Play yet. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, that's fine.
Diving dangles.
Yeah.
Have you cured your disease in? No,
we did learn like a lot of plot stuff.
Okay,
So-
all right. Master Chief was here earlier, and let
That's
the
why
flood
I'm
out
thinking that
and-
we're probably pretty close.
Okay, that's cool. Have you done anything with that gun? The big gun? The really big gun? The really big gun?
Fucking gun.
Oh no,
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't think you can ever.
I think you have to. I think.
I think we have to reroute the power of it somehow.
Yeah, turn it
but-
off, or fix it somehow.
Yeah, something like that.
That's cool. I'll be watching.
Sweet. But other than that, I'm still preparing for Pillars of Eternity 2 to come out
Oh yeah, when is that?
May 2nd, I think.
shit.
I want to say May 2nd.
I hope the next thing you stream is not something I want to play that has narrative elements, so that I can watch.
You probably won't want to. Do you like Baldur's Gate?
I'm not going to stream.
No.
No,
okay.
that's
Oh,
what
I
I'm
see.
saying.
Got
Like if it's Divinity, I will watch it.
Pillars of Eternity.
Those are-
Yeah, it's
They're
basically
they're,
like Divinity,
they're
yeah.
similar but different. Yeah.
Some of it different.
That's all right.
Oh, 'cause, yeah, I won't play that.
Anybody do anything else exciting?
I played the first hour of The Witness again for probably the 5th time in my life.
Why?
Because because it was free on Xbox.
I mean, you own it. So.
I know. So I was like, I'd have this on Xbox since it's free. I'll just download
So
it.
you'll download the fucking Witness, but not when Matt gets in Slack and says, "Let's play Vermintide." You all like Left 4 Dead. That's a fun free game on
Well,
Xbox.
Matt, you
we
gotta-
won't download that.
You gotta be like,
No.
you gotta be like, yo, Vermintide's free. You should download this.
I did.
No, you said, yo, Vermintide was free a while ago.
I thought I said a thing.
No.
I thought we've been through this also. It's
Yeah.
fine.
We might have.
We
You
have
did
been.
say
We
that.
have
No,
been.
no,
I
no.
did say it, and you didn't respond.
And I didn't.
or something.
I never
You're
saw
right.
it. Yeah. When it's really good.
I'm just busting your balls.
When it's really
Why do
good.
you keep playing the first? Are you like gonna play through it again? You already know the
I
solutions.
I
right?
always love. Well, no, you can't.
Or
like,
you know
can't,
the mechanics.
Yes.
You're like, oh, this zone, I gotta do it this
yeah,
way.
you lose that original like aha moment of like totally understanding sections of puzzles.
Yeah.
But the puzzles are still really satisfying because like I've got already I haven't even been playing that long and I'm already running into puzzles where I'm like, how the fuck did I do this the first time? This is fucking hard.
Yeah. I should try to finish that game.
I just like
sometime.
it. That game occupies a space in my brain that literally no other game does.
Yeah.
In a way that sometimes I need to sit down and play a puzzle game and just chill out and not be like actively engaged in something like reactionary and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like it is a
passive
Yeah,
kinda.
it is way more passive. So
Can I introduce you into Marvel Puzzle Quest?
go on. Don't actually. Don't
Uh,
actually. Go on.
have you ever played? What is the nonograms? I don't know what. Picross. Yes.
I love
You ever played Picross?
I have a current game of Picross going on my 3DS.
3D. Picross 3D.
Yes. The most recent Picross. No, I shouldn't even say that it is. The Picross from last year, the year before.
Yeah.
The big release.
I never got the 3D one because
It's good.
I didn't know if I could deal with 3 dimensions.
It's good. 2 colors.
Oh.
3 dimensions.
Ugh.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Very satisfying.
Picross is fucking rad.
But like I said, that occupies the same space. Like that, those games are games that every now and then I'm like, I just need to play something like this.
yeah, you gotta exercise the
That
gray
part of my
matter a
brain,
little bit. Yeah. Anybody want to say anything else before we go for a break? Wink, wink. Click, click. Okay, let's go for a break. We'll be back. We'll do the news, the emails. We'll see everybody here. Other side of this musical break.
Do.
I've seen that song we use for our break popping up everywhere in the last.
What song
What
do you
song
use
do
for
we
your
use?
break?
Do 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 do
The Wii
do
music.
do do
Is that
the Me channel music, I believe. Yeah.
What happened when we used to have music for the break that was really good that I liked?
It was very long.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a minute, and someone once asked me, just because you guys go for a break, why do I have to go for a break? I'm like, that's a good point. Why don't we
is a
just
good point.
why don't we just cut that thing down to like 15
Yeah,
seconds?
just long enough to have a pause.
Yes.
Like pause point if you want to pause.
Should just
Exactly.
get a sponsor and then throw that sponsor read in there.
Maybe
Then
one
you
day.
got a real podcast going.
Maybe one day. Do you guys have sponsors on Zapod? No.
So
Our
neither,
break.
neither of us are real.
No,
Yeah.
one day.
Sad times.
We're the real. Arguably, we're the realest podcast. We don't
Get
we
on
don't
the horn with
need no
Fireball.
sponsors. Don't have no sponsors. Fireball
Fireball's
whiskey.
fine.
Fireball would love to sponsor us.
There, yeah, I'll talk to them for the New Year's show. Join us and you can win this 2-6 Fireball.
Can't do that.
No one's showing
do
up.
that.
Yeah.
No, we could give out a 40, I think.
Can't give
no
out
one's
liquor.
showing up. Really?
Why not?
The
Can't be
internet's a
done.
law.
Not in Alberta.
Well, I mean, we don't have to do it legally.
Alcohol-free Fireball.
Yes. It's just cinnamon water.
We'll
Cinnamon
use,
and vinegar.
We'll reroute our signal to somewhere in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how to do that,
We'll
probably,
give you-
right?
I can do
Yeah,
that.
Absolutely.
Listen for your chance to win the coordinates to where we're just going to leave this bottle of Fireball. Yeah, he's going. He's going.
Allegedly.
I don't know. He made a face at me.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what it means.
Could mean anything.
Maybe it means get ready to get F5.
Now that I know
Right through this table.
everybody
That's-
hates you.
Oh.
This whole show.
Oh. Not everybody.
Sandwich.
Are we muted right now?
No. Zach says, what are your guys' favorite ways to smoke weed?
Upside down.
I like sitting,
Yeah, sitting.
standing,
I pretty much every way
in
except.
the rain, in the...
I mean,
green eggs.
preferably not.
What are green eggs? I'm trying to think of green eggs and ham.
Preferably
Yeah.
not joints.
In
Sam I
a,
am.
Joints are just a waste.
I
On a
would
train.
not smoke it.
On a
I
train.
would smoke it in a train.
I would smoke it in a plane.
You
Vaporizers
probably
are the best
shouldn't
way.
smoke it in a plane. That seems like a real good way to go to prison.
Water bongs, percolators.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can't actually say
Blunts.
bong in here. This is a tobacco smoking paraphernalia store. Look at this. Look at the no bong sign.
Sorry, water pipe.
Thank you.
What about water bong?
No, there's literally a no bong. So you couldn't say the word bong. You weren't supposed to say the word bong.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like that wasn't a thing when I was around.
Listen, I'm just telling you what I hear in the rap music, okay? I don't touch any of that disgusting, illegal activities.
I remember the first time I went to buy a bong, the person behind the counter asked me and the guy I was with whether or not we were high at the time.
I don't
we're
think you're
like-
allowed to just ask people that, are you? I
Well,
mean, you can.
we
but-
were like 18 years old, so he knew that it was no big deal, right?
Yeah, all right.
And we're here to buy a bong.
Like, what are you, a cop?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you care?
So we
You
said
only
no.
sell to sober people?
We said no, and he's like, "Are you sure you're in the right frame of mind to buy a bong?" And we're like,
Oh,
"That makes perfect
Yeah.
sense."
can we buy some weed?
So we did ask him, but he said, "Sorry, I can't help you there." And we're like, "Well, don't worry, we'll be back in 5 minutes."
No. Be right outside.
It always smells so weird in those.
Did you know
incense.
Yeah,
it's
I know it is.
not illegal if you smoke it up your butt?
Is that true?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
What?
I've
Yeah.
heard that's how you OD on marijuanas,
You
because then you
need a-
can't throw the marijuanas up,
That's
so
right.
you got too many
You
in
need
you.
a tremendous amount of sphincter control.
Yeah.
But
I may be a little 420 right now, but
it's
are you being real?
go up to a cop, you can
Yeah.
fucking pull your pants down,
Yeah.
stick the pipe right in your butt. They can't do anything about it.
Not a damn
Might
thing.
as well be on the ledge grounds on
Not a-
420.
I mean, you got to make sure the nudity. You could get public nudity.
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah,
not
so
careful,
you gotta make
but-
sure you
put
don't.
like a cloth
yeah.
over top
Well,
of it.
I don't think just a little butt cheek counts as public nudity, though.
It's
Like
tough
you,
to say.
like you can get like,
Might.
But I mean, if you're gonna smoke it, you got to get more than just a butt cheek out
Oh
there.
yeah.
well, just I
We're
mean,
talking
it depends
full
on
chocolate
the it
starfish.
depends on the angle of your pipe, right? Like what if you have one of those pipes kind of thing, and then you can
Sure.
like angle it under your exactly under your underwear.
I like the image of a big blanket, and then it's like one of those old timey cameras where your buddy's just underneath the blanket, just
pumping
giving
it
you
up
the
there,
like one of those big like accordion
bellows.
style.
The cop's like, "What are you doing under there?" He just pokes his head. I was like, "What are you gonna do about it?"
Smoking weed here.
Nothing,
Little
pig.
privacy, please.
All
Little
right, I
privacy.
changed my answer from best way to smoke weed from vaporizer to
Yeah.
that thing.
Yes.
The
Underneath
smoke
bellows.
enema. Yeah, that's,
And it's got the little like gun to release the smoke, where it's just like under the thing, and the smoke comes out the little handle. Yeah,
flash powder.
yeah. That's how the smoke escapes.
Wow.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, drug level expert down here.
All right, guys, none of us can run for public office anymore.
It's
No.
true.
So a good run.
As an illegal immigrant, I knew that a long time ago.
As a man who spoke with the leader of the marijuana party today.
Did you?
Yep.
Is that the Green Party? Is that still there?
He says
different.
it's the marijuana party, and he might have been full of bullshit.
Okay.
No, there's a real marijuana party.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like 3 members of it. Well,
And
they run in like 3 different places
Ridings,
in Alberta.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody
And
can
a
have a
jaunty
party.
little hat.
We
had,
we go have a Talking Reckless party if we filled out the paperwork.
Good. Yeah. I think
You
it
wanna
costs
do
like $500 to nominate yourself.
Yeah, probably.
Me and
Yeah.
Warren are
Depending on what for. Like I think
Something.
mayor is $1,000.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister doesn't
Yeah.
work that way because
Oh.
King.
we're a dictatorship.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
king.
Emperor.
Yeah. Yes.
You guys want to read some news?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, I got some news stories this week. Call of Duty, Black Ops 4. That's a video game that's coming out this year. Mm-hmm. I is correct. Will not have a single-player campaign.
This isn't the first time they've done this.
This is the
hasn't it?
first Call of Duty. The first
Certainly the first one I've ever
main
played.
retail Call of Duty that will not have a single-player campaign.
My odds of buying this game went from about 30% to about 2%.
Yeah, me too.
Really? You were at 30% before?
It always rolls around when
Black Ops has traditionally had like some pretty good single
some
players.
neat stories.
1
yeah.
and 2 were very,
You
very
could
good.
definitely say that Black Ops had the best story of all of the. A couple of Modern Warfares were
So,
pretty
but
good.
Modern
this
Warfare
just
2.
says that
Yes.
it's not going to have it at release. Like you're going to get your single player campaign.
Maybe we talked about this for years. Maybe this is finally the first full retail multiplayer only Call of Duty, and then the single player comes later for $20 or whatever.
Is so the multiplayer one is still the same price?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It's tough to say. This is all it's a very credible rumor, but it is rumored at this point. Apparently, they have focused their dev time on expanding the multiplayer and the zombies mode, which makes a lot of sense. A lot of people go nuts for that.
I'm in with those two modes. I
And-
like where their heads at.
Yeah. Also, a battle royale mode
Oh.
because every video game has that now.
Yes.
Isn't that what it already is?
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, you respawn, but it's
So yes, it's not that battle royale mode is
like
the
so
you
complete
just-
lack
it's like
of
6
respawn.
on
you
6.
click a button and say, "There, it's changed. Now it's battle royale."
Well, no.
You
Do you
only
know
get-
what a battle royale game is?
100 people drop from a helicopter.
100 people drop from a helicopter onto
Yeah,
a
I
One
mean, it doesn't
life.
have to be 100 people.
No, but,
But it should probably be more than 10.
yeah, if it's less than if
Which
it's
is
like
what
if
Call of
it's
Duty-
10 people, then you're playing Counter-Strike.
All right, as
You know.
someone who hasn't played Call of Duty since
6 on 6, I
the
believe.
the airport one,
Modern Warfare 2.
No Russian.
yeah, that was like 15 on 15, wasn't it?
That was like 6 on 6. Battlefield was
No.
Well, you could do a big team battle.
There was no way you could get more than like 24 players in a game. Tops. We
I
factored
think
that.
24
12.
seems right.
12 on. That's,
Yeah.
I
that
think
seems,
I
that's
think
still a lot of people.
I think it might even be 16.
But
'cause
that's
I
still
remember,
teams, though.
Just change it to free for all, and there you go.
I remember Battlefield hitting
Battle Royale.
like,
I still think it
32 or whatever.
will
That
have
being a big deal.
to be 100, though.
It would have
if they
to be,
want to
yeah.
compete with Fortnite and PUBG, it has to be 100.
Totally.
I shouldn't poo-poo this too much because I said while poo-pooing Battlegrounds, you know what would be dope is if the Call of Duty guys did this and it actually felt good to play.
Yeah, like if you can shoot, like if it's made for a console and you can shoot well, and it's a game that you're already familiar with somewhat, being Call of Duty, I think it could be kind of neat.
It would have to be different than just the like death match. If you're getting like snap dropped like you are in Call of Duty and then having to go back and start a new game and do that whole thing again, that's that wouldn't be for me. I don't think. You need a little. I think you need to be a little. You need to be a little spongier. You need a time to get shot and react, and at least have the feeling
Yeah,
of like.
that's true.
of,
Call of
like,
Duty is
hit the-
you
hit
are
the
dead
floor.
before you know you're getting shot a lot of the time.
Yeah, Call of Duty is just boom, you're gone.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? It could be neat. They're gonna show us more on May the 17th.
You could do like I'm not saying I like it, but you could do single player as DLC.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like just be like, oh, here comes the, I don't know what's it called, dude. The Zykov, what's it called? Fuck, Reznov. There's the Reznov DLC.
Yeah.
and it comes
Okay,
with
I'm
a
back in.
6-hour fucking single player campaigin.
Here's
where you
my
play as
bone to
Reznov.
pick with this whole lack of campaign thing. Not that I care, because I never was a big fan of the Black Ops stories. I
Yes,
think
still my beating heart.
And this is because they supposedly are not including multiplayer on Modern Warfare 2 Remaster. But they said, okay, because it's only gonna be the story, we're gonna discount it. So it's $20 for this, which means a story is $20, meaning that this video game without a story should be $20 cheaper than retail price. But it won't be.
if they charge you for the story when it comes out. But there's no way they're going to.
Yeah, it might be free LC.
Yeah, it's
Or
absolutely going to be free.
maybe things are different when a game is that old that
Yeah.
they're re-releasing.
Oh, and I think it all depends on how well received this game is at launch without a story and with this supposed battleground style thing. And like if it's selling well, then they might think about making you pay for a story. If it's not, then maybe they rush it and give you it for
No
free
rushing.
to get people to play their game and buy their games.
I don't know if we can even hear it, but that was
pretty good. I didn't even catch it at first.
wow. I bet they have the metrics that say like 1% of people, and it's us at this table, play the single player and then put the game down forever, and 99% of people play the multiplayer forever. So I don't agree with it, but it probably makes good economic sense on their part.
And they'll have a guy up there on stage from marketing who will be able to tell us why, even though there's no single player, there's way more value in this multiplayer.
Yes, these zombie
The
modes
time
are
we
way
saved
bigger.
not having to do that single player thing, you guys are getting the best multiplayer ever. It's the best thing you've ever done.
Yeah, 100%.
And the 6 of you who wanted that multiplayer, woo! You go back and do your podcast in Kev's basement.
Oh, okay. There's also a little bit of talk about co-op modes in there too, so hopefully some Spec Ops, maybe. Do we know if the Modern Warfare 2 remaster is going to have Spec Ops?
It should. If they're not putting multiplayer on there, they damn well better have Spec Ops.
I sort of
That was
wondered
the
if...
best Spec Ops.
But you could also do Spec Ops co-op. So
Yeah, I'm wondering if it'll just have no network features at all.
Yeah, probably
This
not.
is
Maybe-
probably one
maybe
of the more
local.
pricey things that you would want to cut if you had decided to not put in multiplayer would be the network.
Yeah,
So
man.
But
What
you
a-
could
what a
do
weird
Spec
time.
Ops solo too. So
Yes.
Yeah,
there's
If-
a possibility.
If you hate yourself.
Yep.
yeah,
You could play co-op on the couch. You
Here
could
we
couch co-op it if
Sure.
the network's out, I guess.
Split screen.
You
That's
know.
how I actually did the only one of those modes that I ever did.
that's true.
Was
I
couch
liked
co-op,
I
yeah.
liked Spec Ops, and all the Spec Ops I played was usually couch co-op.
I played a lot of it online and thought it was dope playing it online because you're like full screen. Oh my god, I'm in this like campaign mission with somebody else. The first time that happened, the first time you and your buddy are like
yeah.
co-op crawling through the snow and like, oh, there's a dog patrol, we gotta be quiet. It's so fucking dope.
Fun fact, just for us, is we were also playing that game on the Hear Those Sirens Day.
I don't remember that
Yeah.
at all.
Which game?
Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops.
Really?
Yep.
I don't remember that at all.
Nope.
We played that and Jam.
That's a weird
Jam.
game to have just pulled out of nowhere
Yeah.
in
I don't know,
2012.
I
with
don't know why you
4
guys
of
wanna play
us.
that. 3 of us.
3. Oh, I thought.
It's
Okay,
just us
yeah.
three.
You guys heard of Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yes.
It is now
Vaguely.
the most profitable entertainment ever.
What does that mean? Most profitable entertainment?
That means that it has made more money than any other piece of entertainment in the history of human civilization, raking in $6 billion in the 5 years. Not even 5 years. September will be 5 years it's been out.
I wonder
feel
where
like
they
there's
draw
lots of
the
things that beat
line.
that.
I'd like to know where the line on this single thing is. Like GTA 5 versus like a Marvel movie. Obviously, nothing's ever made 6 million. But then it's like, but what about Marvel as an industry? Wait, what about Disney
Yeah,
as an industry?
okay.
Like, what's the what? Like,
Probably,
what?
probably,
But I
sing-
think that's
probably
what they
single
mean is
property.
one single entertainment piece. One
Sure.
piece of entertainment.
Yeah.
Because even then, if they did that with Marvel, then you'd have to take all of the Grand Theft Autos and add
Sure.
them all together.
Oh yeah, then you're pitting
It's-
Rockstar against Marvel.
Right.
Right.
So if they're saying, yeah, it's just this
Which
one.
I wonder.
Yeah.
it would
To be
close.
honest.
Yeah.
It'd be close.
90 million copies they've sold.
Me too of them.
That I only me too as well.
I
Me
just have
also
one.
too. I have
Wow.
a 360 and a Xbox One.
I'm the only one here who's not a true fan.
360 and PC, making it the third most sold video game of all time. Behind number 1 is Minecraft, apparently, which makes sense, and number 2 is Tetris, I believe.
Greatest game of all time.
$90 billion in $6 billion, pardon me, in 5 years is fucking insane.
It's pretty good. They should make another one of those.
These stats make me think maybe they never will.
shit.
Grand Theft Auto,
they don't have to.
Grand Theft Auto Online is
Screwing
still
bits and
just
pieces onto it. Yeah.
fucking raking it in. It is so like I don't hear anybody talking about GTA Online,
Mm-hmm.
but it is just making money hand over fist.
I always wished that I had people to play that with because
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of fun.
I have a buddy at work who has spent thousands of dollars buying GTA cash or microtransactions and stuff.
What do you get for that? Just like outfits?
Cars,
Cars,
and
guns.
apartments.
You like?
Oh.
I think you buy money, which you then use to buy anything or
Yes,
everything.
yeah.
Right?
yeah.
You take it to the strippers. You get like more chances with the strippers.
Darts.
The bouncer
So
throwing
is
out.
it like I've never even looked into it remotely, but like in the real game you can buy the movie theater. In this one, can you buy like an individual apartment and be next to another player who owns the individual apartment
no.
beside
Or
you?
is it just your own? Yeah, like only one person can own.
Yeah,
You can-
everybody
yeah.
can
You
still
can all
at one
go-
point buy the super mansion because
Yes.
it's all there.
You can all go to that same apartment building and buy your own apartments, and all the apartments are going to look identical.
Nah.
But I can go into his apartment that looks exactly like mine does, and he can come into mine.
But what about isn't there
because you have a heist room in each apartment,
Yeah.
where you go in and you plan out your heist just like in the single player game.
Okay.
Where you're
check
like,
that
oh,
out.
I'm gonna give these duties to this guy, and then this guy's gonna have to be the driver and all that. Because each player has individual stats based on their shooting and their driving and everything else too.
But from what I was getting from what you were saying, there is like a big mansion that there's only one big mansion that you can buy, isn't there?
Yes,
If it's a
but,
top,
but
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
buy it in my game. Kevin can buy it in his game.
Yeah.
You can buy it in your game.
But we're all playing together.
But you can't have individual rooms in that mansion.
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying. If I've bought this mansion, Matt Eads has bought that mansion in his game.
That's correct.
Matt, we can play in the same game.
Yep.
Who owns that mansion?
I can go
both do.
into your
You
house,
walk
or
into
you
the
can come
yellow
into
triangle.
my house.
Yeah.
And like when there's a yellow triangle for a mission or whatever, you walk into it, and then it quick cutscene, load screen, and then you're inside the apartment.
That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like what else could they do?
Yeah. I
Like
guess so.
Brando owns
Yeah.
that mansion now, so fuck everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
No,
you
that's
should
what I'm
just-
saying.
You should
yeah.
be able to buy it out
Burn it
from
down.
somebody else if you spend more
Yeah,
money.
You gotta spend more money.
Okay.
That would be a great way for GTA to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that Lawbreakers game I disparaged on this podcast a few months ago? As Cliffy B's 6-on-6 arena shooter, is like some weird gravity stuff. They're shutting down development on that game.
Oh, I think I remember us watching like a clip of it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a weird. It was like you would jump into a no grav area and you could shoot behind you to propel yourself forward or whatever. It looked a lot like Overwatch at the time, and really kind of aped on some of its stuff. So it's really easy for me to be hyper cynical about all this. They stopped development. They
He probably had a really original idea though that sprung to his mind. So he's like, I don't want to make this Overwatch look alike. I'd like to make this new thing.
yeah.
Yes, this new totally original
That's
thing.
right. You know what the biggest game in the world is right now? Overwatch. Cliffy B happens to launch a 6-on-6 shooter that has classes and is not really the same, but from the outside it looks very much like it.
Sure.
So they stopped development of this game. It is not going free to play. It is staying at $29.99, which I totally thought it was free. I must have been playing the beta or something because I did not pay a goddamn cent for that game. And they say that they're not going to pivot to free to play because that takes resources. And they have started and launched their own battle royale game called Radical Heights, which is in not early access, extreme, all capitals, early access.
Jeez.
Because it's their passion. Because it's their passion.
Right.
Not
That's the thing. That's what Cliffy B. When I think Cliffy B, I think
passion projects.
yeah, exactly. I think Battlegrounds.
Yeah, exactly. Loves it. I think Cliffy B's passion is making money and trying to cash in on whatever the trend is kind of what it feels like. Like this game is in a playable state. You can go on and it's free to play. The microtransactions are in. You can buy like some cosmetics and things.
Great.
There are two sexes when you make a character. Female is still coming soon, is how early some of the features are.
Yeah.
Ammo pickups float in the fucking middle of the air
That's what they all say.
and are like, well, yeah, are like no textures on anything yet. No furniture and buildings. Very, 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 very early. But you can spend money on it if you want. You want to put some money in there and really get some untextured
some
cosmetics.
Sweet cosmetics.
Yeah.
I mean, if people are stupid enough to keep supporting him,
I don't think they
Then
will be. Like
good
they,
on him.
they didn't with Lawbreakers.
Let the world decide.
Did he do Drawn to Death, or do I just hate
I
that
don't
and kind
think
of hate
he,
him,
yeah,
so
I
I'm
don't think he-
associated?
I
Okay.
don't think he did Draw to Death.
That seems like something
I
he
remember
would
who
do.
did Draw to Death.
Can we fact check
check
who did
that
Drawn to
one,
Death,
little-
please? I would love for that to be Cliffy B. Yeah, I'd
Oh, Extreme.
Extreme.
It says in the notes. I thought
Extreme.
just Extreme.
David
no.
Jaffe.
Jaffe,
Yeah.
Creator of the original God of War series. That's too bad.
How much shed a tear when you said that.
And the last year I got is that Dark Souls on the Switch was delayed to summer.
I'm not going to play that on that.
No, I might.
I'll play
up-
Kirby before I'll play that.
I just want the amiibo, the Praise the Sun amiibo. It's a Dark Souls meme. I like Dark Souls. Hate memes.
So
Let's read.
I was a little confused at the new Twitch emote.
You can't see it, but I'm praising the sun.
Is
Okay.
that what it is?
it's
It's the Dark Souls
It's the
thing.
Finn Balor,
Okay.
but it's praising the sun. Yeah.
It's you?
No, it's Solera Vestora.
Oh, it's somebody from the game.
Yeah,
Good.
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 One day I'd like to have my own emote.
One day, one day.
No,
As the
there'll
first
always be
champion.
some sort of
historic
behind
moment.
the scenes things to screw you over.
You got Yeah, you're right. There's you got to stream a certain amount of hours per week to get your own emote, and it's a whole process. We'll get you pinned in. We'll start the paperwork.
I do about 16 a year.
Okay, we can probably get you in.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
No, I think we need. It's a certain amount of subs. You unlock new emotes.
Sure.
And so we'll have an open one in the future. That's
Also, I'd like to take this time to point out that can't help but notice the current champion did not bring the title to the podcast.
twice in a row.
How about that, eh?
Huh,
How
weird.
about that?
Almost
Hey,
like
if
that.
you guys want to decide what to do with the title, you guys should have probably tried harder to win it.
Touche.
I did.
Touche. Yeah. No.
Never lost it.
Well,
Never lost
you
it.
actually lost that one more times than most of the things.
Did not lose that title once. Not once.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address where you can write in or drop on
Stolen!
subreddit, which is where all these came from. Yeah, this is a mouthful from Daryl.
We got a few big ones.
He says, hey, Talking Reckless crew, Cirque saw Daryl here. That's a deep cut. And it's been a long time since I've sent in a question. So recently, the worst game of the generation dropped. And I'm not talking about Vanilla Destiny. Of course, I'm talking about Metal Gear Survive. That's a bold statement. Well, Metal Gear and Konami's situation had me thinking recently about what should be done to the Metal Gear IP. I mean, at this point, the IP is already tarnished, and it's pretty clear Konami's going to keep milking the Metal Gear game for as long as they can. So it had me thinking, what do you guys think Konami should do with Metal Gear? He has a bunch of ideas that he put, and I'm not going to read them because I'm going to steal one and say 100 snakes drop onto an island.
That's fair.
Was the kind of only thing, like, that's the only thing I would ever consider playing.
Should I just steal the
for
next
a Metal
one?
Gear thing. Unless it's good enough for me to steal.
What should Konami do with Metal Gear?
What would make you buy a Metal Gear game? I'm thinking, like, if it's a $15, like, oh, it's Battle Royale and it's in the Metal Gear engine, I am an idiot, so I'll check it out.
Take the Metal Gear 1 through 4 and put them in the Fox engine.
Oh, shit. That would be so much work.
Yeah. And then
I'd be way into that too,
and then
though.
I'd give you a couple $100.
It would have to be, yeah. You'd be paying full retail. I would pay full retail price for every game
Each of
like
those.
that. You would have to.
Yep.
That
At
would be
least-
the only way
at
to
least
make it
one every
profitable.
year. Or just
Okay.
release them all for
Okay.
$500.
That's a good idea.
At once.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Including
that's
the Metal Gear Not Solid.
like Acid and
Yeah.
Acid 2.
No,
and-
like before that, the
Oh,
original
the
Metal Gear.
OGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick those right in the Fox
would-
engine, see what happens. See
That
if
would
it
be
breaks
V.
it.
That would be V2. Metal
Yeah.
Gear V2.
That's right.
You guys that kind of don't like Metal Gear that much, huh?
They should make the buttons work like regular buttons. That's what they should do with that game.
The new ones do.
I know, and that's coming from a guy who played like the first one where the buttons worked.
I don't mean that they're not mapped the same as other games like that.
No,
It's
they
true.
used to be mapped
That's what-
so much worse though.
What I don't like.
Yeah. Try to play that original one.
It used to
and,
be like Tiger Claw on 3 buttons and then like pushing the left trigger against the carpet so that you could like sidle along while shooting someone.
And circle was accept and X was go backwards. What a terrible time to play video games.
Yeah.
I want to see him slap the Metal Gear name on absolutely everything they can think of.
Oh, it's coming. Metal Gear
I want
Health
him to
Clubs,
do,
Metal Gear.
Metal
slot
Gear
machines.
fighting game, Metal Gear RPGs.
Okay.
Metal
Gear-
This
Metal Gear
idea is
boxing
better than I
game.
thought your
Let's
idea
dial
was
it back
gonna
to
be.
that fighting game for a sec. There's a lot of like, you could totally do a Metal Gear fighting game. There's enough zany, recognizable characters.
Oh yeah, easy.
They should put Ocelot in Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
pretty much is
Done.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid Snake DLC in WWE.
Okay.
There
Okay.
you go.
Still
I'm
in.
sure somebody
Still
has
in.
made a custom
Oh,
character of all
guaranteed.
of those already.
Guaranteed.
So yeah,
Like all these ideas are gold.
You know, I would spend money on some of them.
Yep.
Plastic Soul.
How about 6? How about Metal Gear
How
6?
about Metal Gear? No,
Yeah.
no. If Metal Gear 6 came out, I would wait for. There'd be one of those like wait for reviews.
No, not if it
see
said
what
6 on
is.
it.
Is Kojima
No.
involved?
What
I
if
need
it said
Kojima.
What if it said 5 on it?
Oh fuck! Numeral 5.
Number 5.
Oh shit, man!
that's actually genius.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm
I
buying
hope I never have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Plastic Soul writes in and says, I don't know if it's podcast material. It is! So I pulled it. Oliver's not here, unfortunately, but he says, if I recall correctly, you and Oliver were QA testers at BioWare some years ago. I have a friend at University, who knows someone who claims to be doing QA for Rockstar, which I guess is possible, though I haven't seen proof, and they say they've played Red Dead 2 in its entirety. I obviously didn't believe this, as I think a QA tester would just sit down and play a game start to finish. As I wouldn't think a QA tester would sit down and play a game start to finish. Just wanted to get a certified professional's thoughts / confirmation. The very first thing you do, day one, at least when Dragon Age 2 was in, was sit down and play through all of Dragon Age 2. So
Checks out.
yeah, they
In one day.
well, you have an 8-hour day, so it actually took about 2 because that's a short game. But yeah, sit down, play it all the way through, see what the game is like. You know, the idea is you've never played video games. This is an entry-level position, and you don't know what games are. So you're gonna play the game. You're like, no, yeah, all right,
I'm good at games.
no
so
problem.
Matt
You're,
needs-
you're paying me to play games. Fucking let's do it.
Yeah.
I would
stop talking.
drag
Man, let me...
that shit out. I would find all the side quests. I would search
Oh, yeah.
a single
But
area.
is it like you're doing QA? So isn't it a big part? Like, let's go jump around in this corner for a while and see if it breaks.
So the way that we were organized was everyone was in teams, and different teams. I was on. It was called Fire Team because we had to, like, if something had to be out tomorrow and was on fire, we were the ones who were like banging against it.
Yeah.
Which was the demo for the most part. I was there, which meant that I played the demo basically start to finish, like, I don't know, 30 to 40 times a day. Try to break whatever I can, you know, because bug fixes come back, and then go in and see if they're fixed or not and what else broke. And so usually you play through the entire game, and then you get sent to your whatever your chunk is, and that's where you live for the rest of your time. Usually.
I've heard people say it'd be great to be a video game tester, and as someone who has known a video game tester and who has told me kind of what it's all about, I was like, that seems like a great way for me to just not want to ever play video games.
Yeah, it's definitely work. It is definitely work. Like, I have never played Dragon Age 2 since.
Yeah,
I was thinking this might be the year.
but no,
Maybe.
But then this email came in.
Yeah, that's true. I think we might stream Dragon Age 2 at some point. It's been about 10 years. But yeah, no, if they really are QA tester on Red Dead 2, they probably have played it all the way through. And that game is out this year, right? It got pushed back to fall. Yeah, so there's if they are a QA tester, there's a very good chance that that's true. Alex writes in. Says, what is the biggest mistake you've made in your life, and what did you learn from it?
Oh God,
Yeah, where to start? Oh, biggest.
the biggest mistake.
Yeah. I sort of don't have a good answer to this because, like, I would be like, well, I didn't need to spend $20,000 in radio school for a broadcasting degree I'm never going to use, but then I never would have met you guys, right? And, like, I never would have...
Never say never.
What
You
do
could come in handy one day.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
I thought you meant never say never.
well,
On the other side,
you
where
could
it's
have
like-
met.
You
at some
might have met
random
us
thing.
some other
Absolutely,
way.
for sure.
Well, you did meet Brando before that.
That's true.
That's
We
true,
went to
yeah.
school together.
Oh, yeah, I might definitely get back on air one day. Who knows? But, like,
Joining this podcast got to be right up there.
yeah, probably. Probably.
2 podcasts. 2 podcasts is too many.
I don't know. That's honestly how I try to think about things, because otherwise you go fucking crazy, because everything is a big mistake.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this 4-year electrician's ticket that I'm working on.
Oh baby, tell me more.
Time well spent.
Listen to that paper just fucking.
I don't know. What do you guys?
I'm thinking.
Shit, I don't know if I've ever made a mistake in my life.
Yeah. Well, it's tough to answer this question when you're so perfect like we are.
Yeah.
I mean, my accounting degree. I dropped a lot of
I
money
didn't
on
actually
my.
know you had.
I don't have one, but I was
Oh.
pursuing one.
Okay.
And I dropped out of that, but it's for the same reasons as you. Like, I don't actually think that's a mistake. I think starting that degree was a mistake. I don't think dropping out of that degree was a mistake.
Okay. That's
Because I
that's
spent
good
a
way to
lot of
look at
money.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We have a similar story with. What was your degree? Business?
Arts and then education.
Oh, right.
But no, I mean, it's sure wastes a lot of money, but
Yeah. It's good
Life
life
experience.
yeah, you
Great life
just you
experience.
work more, you get more money.
I had to
That's
go
kinda how it works.
I had to go work in the trades and fucking learn how to put a hard day's work in. Had
And
to
now
have.
you're done with that.
Soon. Soon.
It's I'm trying to think of like the biggest mistake, like my lowest low, the biggest mistake I ever made, and I'm 99% sure that I've probably blocked it out in my head.
Yeah.
Like I bet you someone could tell me, and I'd be like,
Sure.
"Oh, shit!"
Oh god, and then
Yeah.
just all these repressed memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever wonder? This is getting a little dark.
Okay.
Do you ever wonder if it's like, I wonder if I've killed someone
And just
and I blocked it out
Like-
really well?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Because during my accounting degree, I took as an optional, I took psychology.
Okay.
And my psych teacher was telling me, he's like, you can block stuff out where you just won't remember it unless you spend a lot of time unpacking it with a professional. And
Yeah, but how? That's bullshit, man.
Just black.
You have
He was,
black
just trying,
space.
he was just trying to sell you on the psychology degree.
especially if you get like good and drunk. Like I've been blackout drunk before.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if I murdered a motherfucker who looked at me sideways.
Maybe.
That I could understand.
Maybe.
Sure.
But I often, when I'm very hungover, think that the previous night was the biggest mistake I've ever made.
Sure.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
a good
just
one.
the sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
not the
thing is,
regret of
it's
what you
terrible.
did.
But I've had in this calendar year progressively the worst hangovers of my life
Well, it's 'cause you
someone keeps invoking this horrible like, oh, he's the drunkest we've ever seen him prophecy, and it just fulfills itself every single time. And
It's my favorite.
No, that's a really good one. Is learning how to not get yourself completely fucked on alcohol.
yeah.
I don't know yet.
Sometimes it's just what you need, though.
I've become accustomed to knowing how much I can drink in a given situation. So
I thought I knew. I like to push boundaries. You know.
oh
me.
yeah,
That's right.
you can always push boundaries,
No,
but
it's should you.
exactly.
Not being an astronaut.
Let's have one more real existential email here. Brian Danielson wrote in on the subreddit, said, hey guys, I'm sure y'all remember the ill-fated Peter Molyneux product called the Cube.
I do now.
It wasn't called the Cube, was it? It was
No,
a
it's
Cube.
the-
It was a cube. It was called something.
Goddess was the game that it linked to, but I don't think it was called the Cube.
no.
It was like not mystery, but like it was something.
We'll fact check it. If you put Peter Molyneux Cube in, I guarantee you'll find it. He promised a prize at the center, which would change the life of whoever was able to break into the center first. Suffice to say, this prize, being the god of Goddess, did not change the winner's life. What would you guys have put in the center of the cube if you were old Petey Molyneux to change someone's life? So for context, for anyone who doesn't know what's happening,
Is it a video game?
it's an app. It's
Yeah,
like an
it's like
iOS app.
Curiosity. What's inside the cube?
Yes. So Peter Molyneux released an app which was everybody is looking at this. It's a cube made of cubes, and as you tap the cubes, they disappear, and you are it's like a jawbreaker. You're kind of working your way to the center. And he promised that whoever tapped the center cube would get some life-changing secret. Life-changing speaks for itself.
Yes, it would change your life.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we tapped away. We got to the center of the cube, and we learned that whoever the man, I forget his name now, got there, he would become the god of Peter Molyneux's new god game, because Peter Molyneux very famous for black and white and populous god games of old. He's making a new god game. It's going to be everything everybody's wanted for years, and the man who got to the center of the cube is the god of it, which means he is going to somehow, he's like better than all the other players. It was never clear what it meant.
Right.
Also, he was going to receive a cut of the sales.
Okay.
Was like the actual life-changing
That
part.
game made like $600, right?
I
Maybe.
think it
Yeah,
lost
pushing that.
probably
Okay.
a lot more than it made. Yes. Peter Molyneux put his game to early access. It was like a phone game on the computer, which no one was happy with, and it was a very bad product. And he said, oh, fuck, you guys don't know what you're talking about. I'm leaving games. I'm getting back into games. The studio's shutting down. Now my son is taking, or whoever is taking over. And it's a real fuck around. That game has not come out. That game has gone into 2 different versions of early access. Goddess and Goddess Wars are 2 separate products that you can pay money for, or could have. And it was, like a lot of things Peter Molyneux said in the last 10 years, complete bullshit. All hype, yeah.
Pure overhype.
Yeah, he has great visions and then doesn't seem to execute very well.
Salesman.
Exactly. So, what would you guys have put in the center of the cube? It took like months. It was the biggest thing at the time. Everybody in gaming was talking about it, I remember. What is at the center of the cube? What would you put there to change somebody's life?
Free gas for lifetime.
Yeah. That'd be pretty.
What if you don't have a car?
That'd be pretty. Oh, that's a good point too.
Then give it to someone else in exchange for a lot of money.
What do you really do besides a huge sum of money? Like, what do you?
Okay,
right?
but let's say it can't be money.
I know, but what else is life changing? Like, you're top of the organ list if you ever need a transplant.
Every game that you make from here on out is called, if you were to win, Matt Eads' title.
Yeah, Matt Eads presents.
I'm the Tom Clancy
Yeah,
of
exactly.
Peter Molyneux. Okay.
And then everywhere you go,
Do I
people would
get-
be like, you're Matt Eads.
Do I get royalties?
No.
No, but you don't
Okay.
need to because that'll probably change your life.
So my
Popularity.
name is
Yeah.
going to be on all these Peter Molyneux games. So
Everybody's
people
gonna
are
hate
so-
you.
They're gonna be like, yeah, throwing like tomatoes at me down
yeah,
the street.
that's what it was. It was
Okay.
the prize at the end of the beginning of the cube will end your life.
Yeah, change
Yeah.
it for
And
the
your
life.
for the worst.
Yeah.
I'd put the real Metal Gear 5 in there. I'd put the
Oh shit.
yeah, that'd be the one with
your
David
life.
Hayter. That's what would be in
Yeah.
the center of the cube.
Sure. Let's change your life.
Yeah,
I mean, that would change like you and Oliver's life.
it would change everything.
A financially manageable and perfectly designed jetpack.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about a free ride to get any sort of plastic surgery that you want to get done for anything? You can alter yourself in any way you want. It's all completely paid for.
I feel like that might send a negative message, maybe, but
Still change your
it's sort
life,
of just
though.
changing
Yeah,
it.
it
Yeah,
Like, it's-
definitely.
Like
Definitely
he could have gone to the guy's house and shot him in the head and been like,
change your life.
"Change your life."
Yeah.
Bitch.
I cut your foot off in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd honestly probably do like a big scholarship or something. Be like, here's a free ride to any
Yeah.
university or
Ivy
college you
League,
want. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
But it is like, other than money, what is like universally like life changing?
Yeah, I don't-
that
that's just
anyone
it.
could be like, "Oh yeah, my life. Yeah, all right."
I do like a year of travel around the world,
Sure.
all expenses
That'd
paid.
That'd
change-
be a good one too.
That would change your year.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might
No,
remember that.
It'd
Yes,
change
you have
everything.
experiences, yeah.
You
Your
can,
perspective on everything would change.
What about free travel forever?
You can come work
There
at
you
my
go.
company.
Forever.
Come work for me, old Petey Molyneux.
Nope.
At this entry level tech job.
At my company that
Coffee
makes
guy.
no money.
What if it was just like, you are going to come for 8 hours a day, sit in this chair in the Peter Molyneux offices, and we're going to pay you. You don't have to do anything.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a job that's easy.
What if the job was Peter Molyneux's like personal assistant? So you had to sit in on
Sure.
every meeting and like take stupid notes about
Or
everything.
janitor.
Personal
Probably,
Yeah,
janitor.
personal janitor.
Yeah.
He just poops in the fucking office, and you have to come in and clean up.
Always
And
goes
it's
to
called
food.
Halo 4. Ha! Woo! Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. Peter Molyneux made Halo. Fable is why. Fable 4.
I think you said Halo.
You said Halo.
Did I say Halo?
Yeah.
Fucked it.
That's gonna fucking
All right, hang on. I'm going
roll
to
that back.
I'll do the
Woo!
Fable 4.
Oh, I get it.
We'll fix that one in post. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address where you can write into the show. Some fantastic emails this week. Thanks so much to everybody who joined us. Follow the show on Twitter if you want. We're Talk Reckless Pod on there. Our brother show, the Sat Pod. It's all about wrestling. What's coming up? What's going down?
Episode 200 was last weekend. It is out right now. You can listen to our thoughts on WrestleMania.
The stadium
No.
stage
Okay.
showcase of the Immortals.
Yes. Yes. We talked
Granddaddy
about
of them all.
that. We have a new development in the Sapod Picks Championship, which you can hear about. And then coming up this week, we're going to do a live version of the Spanish Announce Table podcast in the old trusty NR92 studios.
Oh shit! How do people the nr92.com?
I don't remember if it's .com or .ca.
How do people
I think it's
listen?
.com. I
Okay,
think it's
stock
.com.
on too.
Follow, You'll tweet it out.
I think they're also on TuneIn, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, it'll be on our Twitter.
Is that your guys' like workaround for recording right now?
No, we're just doing that because Boris is almost done his semester, so we're gonna go in there and
okay.
use his time and do a live show.
Yeah, why not?
Tell people to call in, and
That's
if somebody's
super
crazy
awesome.
enough to call in, then we'll do it.
Yeah,
That's where we got our start.
yeah, we can get you. You put a thing on Twitter. I bet you can get some call-ins.
Yeah.
100% you can.
Definitely.
I'm calling in.
Yeah, so am I. That's cool.
That's Monday night, which is tonight, the day this podcast is.
Yeah, this podcast
released.
out at 7 a.m. So
Yep.
it'll be you'll people have time. NR92. Look it up. It's a Nate radio station.
I'm 98% sure it's .com.
I am the other two, I think.
I don't think it's just NR92 dot. Isn't it
Oh,
like
it
NR
is.
dash
No.
or
No,
NR?
it's-
Okay.
Feels like the
The
fact-based
podcast. Yeah. What do I gotta say?
Hey, got a war.
God of War. Yeah. O and A, Oliver and Amber are playing
no92.com.
Invisible Ink, I think, this week, or maybe they're starting Heavy Rain. I'm not sure. It's either Invisible Ink or Heavy Rain. I'm still playing Dark Souls during the week. Kevin is finishing Subnautica on Thursday.
Theoretically.
You guys do anything?
For streaming?
Put you on the spot here.
For streaming?
Yeah.
No, I am, but I'm not ready to release
Okay.
details.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
I just meant is anything going on Sunday. PUBG.
Oh, no.
I'll probably do something stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what yet, but I'll do something.
As long as it's stupid.
Say something stupid, Paul.
Yeah. No problem. That's gonna do it for the show. Kevin,
Matt?
thanks for being here, my friend. Warren,
Thank you.
always a pleasure as you disrespect my show notes. And Brandon Lynch.
Yes, boy.
Yes, boy. We'll see you here next week. It'll be episode 223. I forgot that this was 222 of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see you 7 days time. See you then. I was listening to the music in my head. I can hear the music, and I fucking nailed that. Pause. See you then.
Happy 420.
Happy 420, everybody.
Someone
Smoke weed every day.
Always makes me laugh when someone who doesn't say wrestling, no wrestling, says too sweet. Someone over like driving home, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. She was like talking about like donut frosting.
I don't
She's
like
like, it.
those.
It's too
It's too
sweet. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I also or like I don't have sugar in my coffee. I have sweetener, and I have two of them, two sweetener.
oh, so you get to say it every day.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I bet you if you just said too sweet, they would know.
Too sweet?
Yeah.
I'll try it
Like
next
that
time.
time that you were in that gas station in Beaumont and you thought the lady was saying it, or the Donair place.
Yeah. Too sweet? Because there were two donairs and they both
Yeah.
had sweet sauce.
Too
Yeah.
sweet.
It was great. Too sweet.
I could eat a donair right now, and
We're
I just
gonna
ate a donair yesterday.
We're going to get sued one day. We're going to get a cease.
Cease and desist.
And it's going to be
We're
the
not
best.
making.
Oh, yeah,
we're
that'll
not
be
making
great,
money
for
on it.
Yeah, we're not
sure.
making money.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah, we are. It means it's the devil horns. It's
Yeah.
the devil horns. We
Rock and
love
metal.
wrestling. We just like to say too sweet.
Sometimes our thumbs get out there, and
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
what it is.
This one doesn't work as well
Yeah.
as the others.
Because we're gamers. Our thumbs
Exactly.
are messed up.
Yeah, and if
my
you
one
come
thumb
after
kinda
us,
is.
that's we're a protected class.
Yep.
Are we?
Yeah,
Oh, great.
gamers, right?
fucking A.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna turn
Noobs.
this. What you can't say that word. I'm gonna turn this stream off and probably go home and
I
play
don't
some
even
God of War.
Noobs.
You can't, sir.
I thought it was actually something bad.
No.
I was like, oh.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Rock
Goodbye.
fingers. Rock fingers.
To rock.
3 sour.
Too sweet.